Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Super Fan Saga Direct. For the next hour, I am going to be giving you all sorts of information regarding the Super Fan Saga. We have a lot to get to, all under an hour. I have 1 hour. I gotta do it in an hour. I believe in myself, and we're gonna just no pumping the brakes, bam, 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 through the hour, talking all about the upcoming video series that is the Super Fan Saga. We got a lot to tackle. We got a lot to show off. I got some questions to answer. First thing I want to mention, if you're watching us on Twitch, welcome. You're watching it live. You're experiencing it live, and that's awesome. But if you're not, and you're watching us on YouTube afterwards, make sure to go down below, check out the Twitch channel. The Super Fan Saga will be released on Twitch and YouTube during its release. So be sure to be on both platforms. If you prefer watching on YouTube or Twitch, whatever that may be, that is what it is. But make sure to do that. And if you're on my Twitch channel, go to my YouTube channel and check that out, because it will all be there as well. One thing I do want to mention, that this is live, but I will not be reading the chat, nor will I be, nor Twitch alerts on, but I will be reading questions on my Discord through the Super Fan Saga questions. Ask your questions there. The Q&A is going to be near the end of this, about probably 45, 50 minutes. So ask it there, and I will get to them soon. But first, I want to hit the first topic on what is the Super Fan Saga, because some of you may hear this and not know what it is. I'm sure a lot of you weren't around 3 years ago. Actually, I bet most of you weren't when the Evil Bob saga first came out. So the Super Fan Saga is a video series. That is a series of videos that my friend Bob, Kevin, and other people that you may and may not know were involved with the production and making of. It is entirely produced. There is a script. There is a camera. It is edited. Imagine it like a short movie split up into 5 parts. It is a sequel to the Evil Bob Saga, which is that of the same thing, a 5-part video series that followed the sort of adventures of S. Man and Bob and taking down Evil Bob and all these behind the scenes hackings and stuff like that. So go watch that. That's on YouTube and Twitch. It is entirely necessary for the Superfan Saga, and I would actually recommend watching it before you watch this direct, because it is going to spoil it a little bit, spoil some of the surprises. So I would definitely recommend watching that and then watching this. Of course, you definitely need to watch it for the Superfan Saga, but you have plenty of chances to watch it if you haven't seen it already, and we're going to talk about that more in a little bit. But the Superfan Saga follows, of course, as you can imagine by the name, Superfan, a character introduced in the Evil Bob Saga, and the Superfan Saga is in every single way a sequel to the Evil Bob Saga. It follows all of the same stories. It pretty much picks up exactly where it left off and continues everything that was built up during that. There have been some videos between the Evil Bob Saga and the Superfan Saga with continuing the story, but we'll talk more about that and how you can get caught up on all of that later. That being said, Superfan Saga is going to be 5 parts. It is going to be longer. It is going to be bigger. Just imagine it, the Evil Bob Saga, but more. I am confident in saying a lot of things today, but one thing I am the most confident in saying is if you enjoy the Evil Bob Saga, you are going to enjoy the Superfan Saga even more, because it is all that and more. I am beyond excited. I wanted to do this today to give it the love and promotion it deserves, because we really did give it all the love it deserves. At least we feel like it did. We put a lot of love and passion and work into this, and we really want you guys to enjoy this and experience it in the best way possible. And we're going to give this to you so you know how you can watch it, where you can watch it, and when you can watch it. But I suppose you guys want to know more about when you are going to watch it. So I am now excited to release the 3rd and final teaser for the Superfan Saga. We've released 2 so far, one back in September, or August and September, and we are now releasing this one, of course, in October. I'm very excited for you to see this. The last teaser for the Superfan Saga. It will also be out on YouTube, of course, after this. And if you're watching this on YouTube now, it's already out, but it will be out after this. So please enjoy the Super Fan Saga teaser number.
I suppose the super plan is starting. I want to make the channel perfect! You think Evil Bob was the end? No, that was just the beta test. Allow me to show you the finished product. Those two, they're not right. I want to fix them. It'll all be perfect. Superfan is permanently reporting for duty.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The third and final teaser for the Super Fan Saga. Not much, just a little more to nibble on. Of course, watch all 3 teasers. Are going to be out on YouTube and Twitch after this, so check all of them out. There are a lot of hints in there. Try to decipher what the words mean, decipher what everything means. I'm excited if you guys just kind of like look at it, decipher it, see what you think is happening. But of course, I do want to mention there will be more to show off today. That's not all we have. We do have more to show off, but I did want to kick this off with the start of the third and final teaser. If you haven't noticed, each teaser represents a character. The first teaser, of course, was SDS Man. The second teaser was Bob. And the third teaser is the titular character. It's named after him, Super Fan. So we're very excited to release everything. But trust me, these teasers, you know, the announcement videos, there's all hints in there. So I go back, listen, try to think about what's happening, especially after this. And we get more into the behind the scenes and what you can expect from the Super Fan Saga. All right, moving on quickly to the next thing. We have a production update for the Super Fan Saga. You now know it is coming out in December. We just announced that, December 2021. So 2 months from now. In 2 months from now, you will be watching the Super Fan Saga. That's so exciting. We're beyond excited for that. Obviously, it originally had a 2022 release date, and I'll talk about more later today. I'm very happy we were able to push that up, and production went extremely well. And actually, I'm happy to announce production actually ended. Not yesterday, not last week, but back in August. We finished production of the Super Fan Saga back around the last week of August. I want to say around maybe like the 20th, 21st, somewhere around there. We finished production of the Super Fan Saga. Production began back in May, so it was only like a 3-month production period, which is crazy because the Evil Bob Saga was something like 6 or 7. So in about half the time, we did the Super Fan Saga over the summer, and the production went pretty smoothly. We did have to do some reshoots. We lost a little bit of footage. That just happens naturally. It happened with the Evil Bob Saga too. But we did do a couple of reshoots. You know, there were some scenes I didn't quite like that I wanted to redo. But for the most part, production went extremely well. We really did about like 80% of the Super Fan Saga in like 2 or 3 weeks. Like we really like banged it out really quickly. Our shooting sessions were a lot longer. And yeah, previously with the Evil Bob Saga, how we shot it was we would kind of shoot like maybe like a couple scenes a day, maybe like, let's say like footage length of like 3-4 hours. This time there were days we went for like 6. So we really went hard on this. There was a lot of blood, sweat, no tears. There were no tears. There was blood and sweat, a lot of blood. There was actually a little bit of blood. That is not even a joke. Just a little bit. It's just me. I bleed a little bit. There was blood. There was a little bit of blood. Do I still have the scar? I don't know. Whatever. I guess a little bit of a foreshadow. And there was definitely a lot of sweat, and you will see that. A lot of sweat. It was very hot. We recorded there in the summer. So a lot of sweat, and but no tears. No one cried. Regardless of that, very happy to announce that Super Fan Saga is done, and the post-production is pretty much done as well. Like the Evil Saga, we did post-production while we do production, meaning we would shoot a bunch of stuff, I'd come home, I'd edit it, shoot more stuff, edit it, and then put it all together. The thing is with this kind of stuff is you have the rough edit, but you definitely fine-tune stuff, whether it be audio mixing, whether it be doing, you know, cuts certain ways, or the flow of conversations. There's a lot of things when you rewatch it that I change every time I rewatch it. But the Super Fan Saga, in its entirety, is finished. So you may be saying, well, why isn't it out? It's done. Just release it. Just come on, give it to us. Why not? It's available because we want to release it at an appropriate time. We honestly didn't even know it was going to be ready for December. We were thinking more originally January, February, March of 2022. So, you know, maybe it's actually available only a month before we expected it to be. But that is a different year, I guess. Just happens to be that way. Kind of funny. But we were thinking of delaying it to January, but for that very reason. But we'd much rather release it as soon as we possibly can. So that is what we're going to do. We obviously have finished it all. But we want to release it when we don't have anything conflicting with it. October, we have the spooky streams going on, and we just wouldn't have had enough time, even if we finished August, to really, you know, hype it up and release it. We haven't even released the trailer yet. Like, you know what I mean? We wanted to make sure we hyped it up properly so everyone can see it. And my streams have been getting larger audiences. We're getting a lot of new people in here. So I'm hoping to get them in here, get them into the Evil Bob Saga, watch that, and then get them all in here for the Super Fan Saga later this year. There's going to be a lot of promotion for it, so get ready for that in the next coming months. So yeah, we just want to let you know we have finished it. It is done. But we don't want to release it. We want to release it when we don't have anything conflicting going on, and that happens to just be December. We figure we have enough time to promote it, and that is when it will be coming out. So very soon, very, very soon. Next thing we want to talk about is the Super Fan Saga recap video. So we have made a video that is also completed that will be coming out a week before the part 1 of the Super Fan Saga comes out, and that is a recap video. Now, if you watched the Evil Bob Saga, you're pretty much ready for the Super Fan Saga. There's not really much you have to watch. We, make sure we tailored it in a way that you enjoyed. If you enjoyed the Evil Bob Saga and you understood, you watched it and you said, I saw it, then you will be ready for the Super Fan Saga. But there was stuff that happened in between the Evil Bob Saga and the Super Fan Saga. And on top of that, there was stuff that has happened before the Evil Bob Saga that is relevant to the Super Fan Saga. Truly, in its entirety, the Super Fan Saga is a lot of things. And that is one thing it is entirely is an ending to this story. The Super Fan Saga, as you will watch, is an end to the story that we've been telling for years now regarding the clones, Evil Bob, Six-Man and Bob. It's over. There will still be videos after the Super Fan Saga, including promos and stuff, but it is the end of the story. So, the recap video recaps everything you need to know, because we built up to this point. There's a lot of things you need to know, even characters and moments and things that happen outside of the Evil Bob Saga is going to be in the Super Fan Saga. But generally speaking, if you've watched the Evil Bob Saga, you're good. You're going to be all right. But we want to release a recap video just so everyone is on the same page and ready for the Super Fan Saga. This video, the recap video, will premiere on my Twitch channel a week before, kind of like we're doing now, a week before this part 1 of the Super Fan Saga comes out. It will kind of be also a test stream, so to see how things go and how we're looking. And, we're hoping that it ultimately works out. And does a good job of getting you all ready to watch the Super Fan Saga in December. Hopefully that is where we're at. And so you can expect that. That will be on Twitch and YouTube just before the Super Fan Saga comes out, or 1 week before the Super Fan Saga comes out. So to give you a little bit of taste of what to expect, we'll see how the video performs. That will give me a good idea how to promote it. And we'll even do the premiere, and we'll see how smooth the premiere runs, like a premiere test, and go from there. I'll talk more about premieres in just a second. But the next thing I want to talk about is something interesting. And I know I promised we had no more Evil Bob Saga material. The Evil Bob Saga content is done. But technically speaking, I was lying. I didn't know I was lying at the time, but not true, because we do have more Evil Bob stuff coming out. Well, one more Evil Bob thing coming out. And also a Superfan thing. And that is the Evil Bob Saga and the Super Fan Saga soundtracks. So listen to this. Just hear me out on this one. You may be saying soundtracks. You made music for the Evil Bob Saga and the Super Fan Saga? Technically, no. I did not make music. I don't even own the music used in both these sagas. They are, video game, third-party music. They're soundtracks. That music, the soundtrack, we will be releasing as a video on YouTube. So you can come on by and listen to all the music we use in like a little bit of a playlist, but it will be its own video. It'll be a video that will sort of be a compilation of the songs that we use. I believe it's about 20 in the Evil Bob Saga, and I'm not going to reveal the number of the Super Fan Saga, but that will be coming out. So you'll be able to watch that as well. Now, there are some songs in the Evil Bob Saga and the Super Fan Saga that are like 2 to 3 minutes long, but we only used about like 10, 15, 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds of the song in the actual saga. But regardless of that, the whole song will be there, so you'll be able to listen to it, see what we pulled from, and we also will be giving each song sort of a name. So, for example, let's say we had a song that played when Evil Bob showed up on screen. We may title the song Evil Bob Appears, and then give the actual name of the song and credit it where it's from. That would be a fun little video. Both the Evil Bob Saga soundtrack and the Super Fan Saga soundtrack will drop on the same day, and that will be after the Super Fan Saga comes out. Obviously, we don't want to reveal spoilers for the Super Fan Saga and what music you're going to hear, so that is all coming after the Super Fan Saga. Originally, I was going to release the Evil Bob Saga soundtrack before the Super Fan Saga came out, and then release the Super Fan Saga soundtrack after, but I wanted to release them both in the same day, just so you both have them. They'll be their own separate videos on YouTube, YouTube exclusive, of course. I'm not getting DMCA on Twitch. So go on YouTube to watch that after the Super Fan Saga. That will probably come out maybe like a week after the Super Fan Saga. We are working on getting the soundtracks in order. And it's going to be music, but we'll have visuals to accompany them. So you can watch those, and that will be coming out, of course, after the Super Fan Saga. So figure we give you guys that because we the music is very important in these sagas. Oftentimes there were scenes that we wrote around songs, or we find that songs are crucial to setting the mood and tone of a scene. So we kind of wanted you to experience that, and listen to genuinely good video game music whenever you want, and just be like, oh, this is from the Evil Bob Saga, or this is in the Super Fan Saga as well. Like, this is kind of cool. So figure we give you that, just more content we wanted to give you. But now, a big chunk we want to talk about here, this is a big section, this is huge, obviously, involves the Super Fan Saga premieres. So this is all about when the Super Fan Sagas will premiere. So we are doing premieres like we did for the Evil Bob Saga. So for those who might not know, the Evil Bob Saga came out in January and a little bit of February of 2018. Those videos were released on Twitch and YouTube. Let's say it was at 3 o'clock. Also at 3 o'clock, we streamed them here on Twitch. We will be doing that again. So when part 1 comes out, part 2, part 3, and part 4, part 5, you can be here whatever time we release that. TBD, we'll announce that in the future. When those times are coming out, you can come in here, chill with us, and watch it live. And of course, after you watch it live, I'll pop up in here like I am now and be like, hey guys, and give you a little bit behind the scenes information, what you can expect from the next part, sort of the thought process we had while working on some scenes and setting it up for next week. So those premieres are going to be a lot of fun. Imagine it like a movie premiere. We all come in here in the Twitch chat and get to watch it. But maybe if you don't want to watch that on here and you just want to watch it on YouTube, you can when it comes out and then pop in here afterwards. And we'll, of course, be talking about it. I will definitely be here for all those premieres. Bob and Kevin maybe as well. That's sort of TBD. It depends on their schedule. However, I do want to also announce that during these premieres, especially the first and last part, we're going to be doing something really cool. For part number 1 of the Super Fan Saga, before it premieres, we will be doing a special marathon. We're going to be marathoning every video that is related to the Super Fan Saga. That includes the Evil Bob Saga. That includes the announcement trailer or announcement video for the Super Fan Saga. It includes anything involving Super Fan and Evil Bob, the whole story that day. So you can watch the recap video and get recapped, or you can tune in during the premiere of part 1 and watch a whole marathon of everything we've done so far, so you're all caught up and ready for part 1 of the Super Fan Saga. Parts 2, 3, and 4 aren't going to get anything special in front of them. They're just going to premiere as parts 2, 3, and 4. But parts 5, and we did this with the Evil Bob Saga, part 5, we will also be marathoning parts 1 through 4 before part 5. So before the final part, before the story is officially over, you can rewatch parts 1 through 4 in a little in order on here on Twitch as like a little cool premiere bonus. And then when it's all done, part 5 will release. Of course, they will be timed. Part 4 is not going to end. You're going to have to wait like 20 minutes. Like part 4 will end and immediately part 5 will start premiering. So we're very excited for those premieres. We're trying to find a good time for everybody. It will be earlier than this time. It won't be in the after. It would be like mid-afternoon probably when they come out, on the days they come out. We're trying to find a good time to premiere them. I think the Evil Bob Saga was around like 4 p.m. That's kind of what we're aiming towards Eastern time, which is about an hour ago. That's kind of what we're aiming towards here, because we're trying to find it so that, Europeans will be up to watch it, but so will Eastern time people like me, myself, obviously, and also Pacific time. We're trying to balance it so it's fits the audience that I have. But I'm very excited for that. Genuinely, I am, and I think you guys are really gonna like that. So yeah, that is going to be those premieres, of course, will be happening around the time that they are releasing. So you can expect that each day. And again, I should mention that I didn't really mention this. I this was kind of very, very essential to know this. I didn't even really bring this up. The Super Fan Saga is 5 parts, but they will be coming out once a week. So let's say, for example, this is just an example. I'll say the Evil Bob Saga. I believe the Evil Bob Saga came out on Fridays at 4 p.m. For 5 weeks in a row, and that's what's going to be the case with the Super Fan Saga. Let's just, it's not. I'm not confirming any date yet, but let's just say hypothetically it's Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. Okay, part 1 will come out on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Then the next Wednesday at 1 o'clock, part 2 comes out. Then part 3, part 4, part 5. It's all a week apart in subsequential order. Another thing that's important to note is just like we did the Evil Bob Saga, we will be revealing the title and the thumbnail of each part a couple days before they come out. I'm not sure when we're going to do that. I haven't really thought that far ahead. But let's say, for example, Super Fan Saga Part 1 comes out on Friday. Let's say on Wednesday on my Twitter and my Discord and all my social medias, we will announce the Super Fan Saga Part 1, whatever the title is, with the thumbnail, so you can see the picture, is coming out this Friday, and here's the thumbnail, here's what it's called, here's what to expect. Doing that again with the Super Fan Saga. Very excited for that. Let's move on. We've got a couple more things to get to. We are about 20 minutes in. I have a lot of questions to answer, and I'm excited to get to those, and I'm going to go in depth in those. So make sure to put some more questions in the Discord if you want right now. There's a lot to talk about, and don't be afraid to ask anything. Even if I won't answer it, you can ask me like how it ends. I'm obviously not going to answer that, but I can bring up points surrounding that if that's something you're interested in. Let's get on to the next topic, being the Complete Super Fan Saga. So yes, I am happy to announce, just like the Evil Bob Saga, there will be a Complete Super Fan Saga, which will be a re-edited version of all 5 parts of the Super Fan Saga in one quick go. I've already confirmed the Super Fan Saga is longer than the Evil Bob Saga, so naturally the Super Fan Saga will be longer than the Evil Bob Saga. However, when we originally released the Evil Bob Saga, the Complete Super Fan Saga, or the Complete Evil Bob Saga rather, was not even in our heads. Like, we didn't even think about that until I think it was about 3 months later when we released that. It was like a whole 3 months later. Because we just weren't really thinking about it. I just one day was like, oh, I should probably do this. But now, that's the preferred way to watch the Evil Bob Saga, and obviously so. You just got to watch one video instead of 5. Admittedly, looking back, the Evil Bob Saga videos, the parts 1 through 5, are a lot better quality. Like, the picture and audio is a lot better quality than the Complete Evil Bob Saga, and that was because of production reasons. We lost a little bit of footage, so we had to kind of since releasing the Evil Bob Saga, so we kind of had to like restitch it in a way. The Complete Super Fan Saga is not going to be the case. We know we're doing it, we're going to be ready for it, and we're going to release it in a way where it is the same quality and same everything that is the original Super Fan Saga. I'm also happy to announce it's not coming out 3 months after. It is going to be coming out 2 weeks after the end of the 5th part. So the 5th part will come out about a week later, maybe not exactly a week later, but about a week later, we will release the soundtrack like we talked about, and a week after that, 2 weeks after the 5th part, we will release the Complete Super Fan Saga. We may do a special premiere on Twitch. Maybe we'll do like a special, we'll get everyone together and do, here's the Complete Super Fan Saga premiere, and so you can watch it all in one going. Ultimately, that will be decided when we get to it. It depends on how we feel, and if we feel like it would be something people would want to watch and enjoy. But what I do know for sure is it is coming out 2 weeks after the Super Fan Saga, and that is because we know we're doing it. We're going to be ready for it. But we also don't want to release it as soon as Part 5 airs, because if we go, hey, Part 5 is out, and also, so is the Complete Super Fan Saga, people may get a little confused, or may say, well, I'm going to go watch the Complete Super Fan Saga, not Part 5. That may kind of mess things up. We kind of want to release Part 5, let it breathe, give it 2 weeks for everybody to watch it, see how it does, see what the reception is, and then release the Complete Super Fan Saga as a bonus 2 weeks after we release the Super Fan Saga. Now, all 3 teasers are out. You've seen teaser number 1, you've seen teaser number 2, and you've seen teaser number 3. And the thing you are probably wondering, more than anything else, I'm assuming, I'm just strawmanning here, but I'm assuming you're probably wondering, well, when is the Super Fan Saga trailer coming out? When do I get to watch the trailer? Because, you haven't really seen any footage yet, and you're like, well, I want to, show me this trailer, baby. I'm hyped for this trailer. I genuinely think this trailer is good. I think it really does a good job of hyping it up, because the best part of a trailer is to hype it up but not give too much away. And I think we did that with the trailer. It is complete. It is done. But we're not releasing it today. I wish we could. We're not. And that is for a couple of reasons. One, we want to release it closer to December and closer to when the Super Fan Saga is coming out, so you can kind of watch it and, be ready for it. But on top of that, there's a special way we're going to be releasing the trailer. And I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to give away what we're doing. But we're going to be doing something really, really special with the release of this trailer. Again, I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not going to give it away. But stay tuned to the channel. Stick around. Because trust me, you're going to like it. But I will confirm that the Superfan Saga trailer will be coming out in November. So you just got a month away. You just got to wait about a month, and you will finally see the trailer. But of course, you can watch all the teasers on YouTube and Twitch. Well, teasers number 3 will come out after today. So after this, you can watch all 3 teasers on YouTube and Twitch, and you will get to watch the Superfan Saga trailer in November. And we just want to release it in a very special way. I have a very unique way to release it and a plan, and I think overall that's something that is, I think, going to work really well. And I'm hoping that hope it does work really well. I'm hoping it does, and I'm excited. I'm very excited for you guys to see the trailer, see footage, and get excited for it. And I think we did a very good job with the trailer. I showed the trailer to Bob and Kevin, and they both gave thumbs up approval. So I was like, awesome. I'm glad that we're in consensus that this is what we want to show and what we want to release, and I'm very excited for that. So that will be coming out in November, and keep an eye out for it, and it will be releasing in a very fun and interesting way. All right. We're actually, believe it or not, almost done here. We got a lot of questions to get to, so I'm going to spend a lot of time on the Q&A, which is after this. We have one more section, then we have the Q&A, and then we have one final thing that I'm very excited to get to. But for now, what we'll do is we'll just hit up this next topic, and then we'll get to some questions for about 20 or so minutes. We'll go really in depth on them, and then we'll get to the last thing we have to show. Want to talk about more information is coming very soon. Now, you're watching a lot of information dumped here. We talked about so many different things, and I'm very excited for you to, experience those different things. But we still have information between now and the trailer release in November. The trailer is the next big thing that is happening in November, but there's going to be more information about the Superfan Saga in the podcast, which is this month's podcast, which is in about less than a week and a half. It's not this Monday, it's the Monday after. Bob, of course, will be here. We have very exciting information to show off, and I'm very excited for it. But we have a lot to show off that we still are not going to talk about today, primarily because we don't want to dump our load here and just be like, here you go, here's everything, see you in December, you know what I mean? Because we want to make sure we slowly dole it out as we have been, so that when it comes, it hits hard. We don't want to necessarily make you guys feel like we're holding it from you or not showing you, but we really want to make this special, and how we show off the trailer, and how we release it, and how we premiere it, and how it's all, experienced. That's something we really want to make the best possible experience and hype around it as possible. That is something we are very aware of when we are doing this. So more information is coming soon. Trust me on that. We do have more information. And I know we're halfway through the Super Fan Saga Direct, but we only have 2 more sections left. But this next one is going to comprise most of what we're doing today, and that is the Superfan Saga Q&A. I took your questions on Discord, so there is that. I see about most of them are from Mikey. How many questions we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 questions. Yeah, that should take about 20 minutes. I want to delve into some of these. So, ask your questions now. I will answer them here, and let's get to it. Okay. First question we got is from Kevin, of course, starring in the Superfan Saga. It says, who is the actor that plays Bob? I feel like I know him somewhere. Well, Kevin, that would indeed be your brother Bob. Bob is playing himself. This actually brings up, I know Kevin's joking here, but this actually brings up like an actual kind of a cool thing I want to talk about, and that is like the characters. So SDS Man is back. I, of course, play SDS Man. Bob is, of course, playing Bob. Kevin is, of course, playing Super Fan. But we have more characters. We have more characters in that. We have more characters in the Superfan Saga than we do in the Evil Bob Saga. Believe it or not. I know there was only 5 characters in the Evil Bob Saga, but there will be more characters in the Superfan Saga than the Evil Bob Saga. There will be more actors in this. We have more people involved. So that is cool. So I do want to reveal that we do have more characters, more actors in here. And yes, Bob is indeed in it. Of course he is. Why would Bob not be in it? kind of weird. He did have a whole saga about him. So, yes, Bob is in it, and the actor that plays Bob is yes, your brother Bob. Thank you for that, Kevin. Mikey has a slew of questions here that I'm very excited to get to. The first question from Mikey is, do you think you'll do something like this again? If so, would it be something related to this saga or something original? And that is a great question. I love that question. Do you think you'll do something like this again? And that's kind of hard to say. There's a lot of layers to this question. I know it seems like a simple question, but it's kind of a lot of layers because I view this in a couple different ways. Will I do something like the Super Fan Saga again? Where either something saga, like the blank saga, the whatever saga, and the answer is no. The Super Fan Saga is the end of the story. It obviously is a sequel to the Evil Bob saga, so no, there will be nothing like this again. But we will still be doing promotional videos that we do when we promote like big streams or we promote certain stuff going on the channel, and there are storylines that will happen in the Super Fan Saga that will affect it. Just like the Evil Bob Saga, right? The Evil Bob Saga introduced Superfan, and Superfan started showing up in promos, right? Even if he was just like a comedic punchline. So in that way, it's not like the Super Fan Saga comes out and we're never making any more videos. We are going to be still making promos, characters from the Super Fan Saga, and stuff that happens in the Super Fan Saga will affect future promos and stuff like that, future videos. And we will still be exploring a storyline, but the storyline of Super Fan and of Evil Bob and of this whole sort of like connective tissue that is this saga series, no. We won't really be doing anything like this again. But if you mean like, will I be making like short films again? Because this is kind of what that is. And you asked that, so would it be something like related to the saga or original? The answer is related to the saga, no. The saga is a saga, and that's it. There's no more sagas after this. This is the last one. But your question on something more original, like maybe if it's like just a short film that has nothing to do with this, whole new characters, maybe I'm not even in it, or I play a different character. On this channel, I don't know. Maybe. It's hard for me to definitively say yes or no. As of right now, we don't have any really real concrete plans for that, but it is possible that I may get a spark and say, oh, you know what, I want to make this short film, and I'm going to release it on Twitch. Or I may say, you know, let's have these characters come back, but not necessarily for a Super Fan Saga, but maybe like, you know, we'll do like a little, like a parody, like detective film or something. We'll do a little nice little black and white 1920, see, the little detective film. Something stupid. Maybe, it's possible. I'm kind of like a psychotic person where I just get ideas and then I get stuck on them and I'm like, I'm fucking doing this. And then I do it. So it's possible that pops in my head, something like that, and just will nag me. And I'm like, all right, I'll do it just to shut up the voice inside me being like, do this, because that's kind of how it goes. So maybe. But in terms of this story, no, this is the end of the story. That's what we're doing. Another question from Mikey asks, will there be a commentary video released in the future? Something similar to the Evil Bob sagas. That's a very good question. I didn't even bring that up in one of my segments because I didn't think it was that important. And the answer is almost definitely. Yes, almost definitely. The Evil Bob Saga commentary came out a lot later than the Evil Bob Saga. I believe it was like over a year later, right? Or maybe it was like 6 months later. I don't really remember, if I'm being honest. It's possible. If we were to do that, we definitely would include Kevin in it because he obviously plays he obviously plays Super Fan, and it's the Super Fan Saga, so it would kind of be weird to not have him there. So we definitely would have him involved in it. What I will say though, and this is a good question, Mikey, and see, this is why it's important to ask these questions because it opens up other questions. There will be behind the scenes stuff for the Super Fan Saga. Not necessarily like, oh, here's behind the scenes footage, or necessarily here's behind the scenes like you know, but like, what do you call them? Get like a reel. What do you call those reels? Like outtakes. They're not like, we're not gonna have those. You know what I mean, necessarily. But we probably will have a like video where we go in depth and talk about this because there's a lot of stories to be said, a lot of behind the scenes stuff to be said. And yeah, so we probably will do something like that. But a commentary video will definitely happen. But that's going to be far away. The Super Fan Saga comes out in December. I wouldn't expect that until at least the spring, maybe the summer. because that's something that we want to wait on. A good commentary video you want to wait a little bit on, so it's still fresh in your head, but it's not like you just did it. Because if you ask me now to do a commentary video, it's kind of weird because we just did it. You know what I mean? So it's more like, what memories will we have? In 6 months from now, what memories will we have of this? Because we have memories now, but some of them may change, or we may remember things different, and that's kind of what makes commentary videos fun. So we will do one, but far in the future. Another question from Mikey here is the final version of the saga similar or different to the original draft? This is an awesome question. I'm going to go into this pretty heavy. But not too heavy. The answer is yes. The answer is absolutely. Give you a little bit behind the scenes information. The Super Fan Saga was written 6 months after the Evil Bob Saga came out. So the Evil Bob Saga came out in 2018, January 2018. Obviously, we ended it in a way where we left the door wide open. We didn't necessarily come into the Evil Bob Saga saying, oh yeah, then we're going to do the Super Fan Saga. Yep, we're doing the Evil Bob Saga, and then 3 years later, we're doing the Super Fan Saga. It wasn't really like that. It was like we did the Evil Bob Saga, and we said, well, we'll leave the Super Fan character, here. We'll leave we'll have a little bit of a string that we can, pick up, a little plot thread that we can leave hanging, a cliffhanger. And if we want to do something like the Super Fan Saga, we'll do it. But if we want to do something maybe like, like a couple promos or short little videos and not do a whole short film again to end the story, maybe do like a little funny joke where a super fan shows up and is like, haha, I'm going to take you guys down. We just punch him in the face and it ends. Like, something like that. We thought, we'd leave the door wide open. Ultimately, 6 months from there, I said, you know what? I want to do the Super Fan Saga, and I wrote the script. Originally, and this will get to your question, I promise. Originally, the Super Fan Saga was supposed to be, and this is something I'm revealing now, we were originally planning on shooting the Super Fan Saga, recording it in summer of 2020. So in early 2020, the script was pretty much done. I was looking at it and I said, all right, I want to film this in summer of 2020. And things just didn't line up. We had big streams going on. We had a lot of projects going on. And of course, as we all know, COVID happened. And with everything I had planned with the Super Fan Saga, with the characters that I wanted to add and bringing in new characters and new actors, and even just having Bob and Kevin, it was summer. I don't know if you guys remember, summer 2020 was rough. So we just kind of were like, we had to go out and film in public. And at the time, it was just very much like, it's not, it's a pandemic still going on, obviously, but it was at its its height, and we just didn't want to record there. So we obviously didn't film it until next year. We delayed it, but it was during that year where I significantly added to it. I didn't really take much away from the Super Fan Saga, but the original script, I don't want to say whether it was the beginning, middle, or end, but I will say, if you take the original script and then the final script and compare them, and by the way, I actually have the script right here. Believe it or not, let me pull it out 1 second. I actually have the Super Fan Saga script right here. So as you can see, it's quite a lot of pages. As you can see, quite a lot of pages. I wonder if people will pause it and look at you, but whatever. Quite a bit of pages right there. So the Super Fan Saga script was finalized around, I want to say, spring of 2021. I want to say around like maybe April. I stopped adding to it, but no, I added a lot to it. I would say if you take the original script and then the newer script, the final script, and compare them, the original script is probably like 70% of what's the final script. Like, we added probably like 30% of new stuff to it. We added a lot. We added whole new scenes. We added whole new interactions. And we added a lot of little lines. What I actually did was I would sit at home, at work, and I would sit here and go, oh my God, we should have this person say this line. Or we should have this person say this line. The Super Fan Saga dominated my mind. So I definitely added a lot to it. And the thing about when you add to a script is, let's say you add something in the middle. Let's say you add a scene. That is going to affect the scenes before it, and that is going to affect the scenes after it. And the stuff we added was not small stuff. I am very happy I added a lot to this. I think I would have felt not underwhelmed, but a little like, oh, I really wish I did that. And we did a lot of stuff. We added a lot of stuff, and I will go further in that, in behind the scenes stuff, and the commentary track will go into that. But yes, we added stuff to the Evil Bob Saga script, got stuff added to it, but not to the extent of the Superfan Saga. I want to say we probably added like maybe a total worth of like 3 to 4 more minutes in the Evil Bob Saga from the original script. Like it was pretty faithful to the original script, but this is not. It's significantly longer. The stuff we added significant length to what we originally planned. I think ultimately the stuff we added better payoffs. We added better character moments. We focused a lot on because we knew this was the end. We wanted to get everything out. We wanted to really explore everything we built up to and how the characters felt. And we added more character arcs and more character dynamics and character conversations. A big focus this time around. And, adding to the script was a big change in that. And I also think personally, a personal philosophy of mine is if you finish a script and just go, it's done. This is the script and it's done. It's not good. You always want to add more to it. You always want to change it. We never really took much away, but some things we might have taken away and moved them or changed things. But, I did think a lot like, all right, like this scene is coming up. Let's build up to it. Or this scene just happened. Like this just happened to them. What would they, I think they would actually react differently. Or we should really explore how they would react to that. Like stuff like that we didn't really do in the original script. Because the original script was just a lot of like, the original script really was, we want to hit these plot points, and let's go plot point to plot point to plot point to plot point, and we added a lot of fluff that was very necessary, a good fluff. But a lot of stuff we added was to make those plot points hit harder and to, make it feel more dramatic and bigger and stuff like that. So yes, the original script is drastically different than the final script. That's a great question. And I'm very happy it is. I'm very happy it is. I think that added a lot to it, and I'm hoping you guys agree. Another question we have, all from Mikey, coming up. When is it coming out? Well, we already announced that. December of this year. We announced the teaser that came out earlier today. So it is coming out then. So that's when you can expect it. When it comes to the actual releases, like when is part 1 coming out and part 2, like I said, they're going to be coming out a week from each other. Like they'll come out weekly for 5 weeks straight. The date and the time that each part comes out, and they will be the same time, but the dates, we will reveal that during the trailer. So when you watch the trailer, that's when you'll know. So the trailer comes out in November, like we said, and we're releasing it in a very unique way. I'm very excited to how we release it, and you'll learn more about that soon. But for when it's coming out, that's when it's coming out, in December of 2021. So, yeah, there you go. Mikey then asks, can I be in the Superfan Saga? And I say, who says you're not? Have you seen the Superfan Saga? Who says you're not? I will say, Mikey signed he didn't sign an NDA, but we have a gentleman's NDA agreement, I'm assuming, that Mikey is involved in a Superfan Saga related thing. He's related in a Superfan Saga related thing. And I'm just going to say that. So look forward to that. But I don't know. You guys could be in the Superfan Saga. You don't know if it includes stream footage. You don't know. You don't know what the Superfan Saga is. So just stay tuned for it. But in terms of acting in it, no. Yeah. We have finished filming. The production has been done for a couple months now. So 2 months. Or a month and a half at this point. So no. If I paid you enough, would you give me a DVD of the Evil Bob Saga and the Superfan Saga? So there is, that's a good one. It's a good question. There's a couple problems with that. I probably would not release a DVD of it, although I guess I could. I probably would release a Blu-ray, which I could get those probably made, because DVD quality is just so bad that I refuse to do it. But you can, you can put this on a DVD yourself, but the problem is if I were to make a DVD, I would definitely want more behind the. I guess I could include the commentary tracks and stuff, but I would want more behind the scenes stuff. I don't have. The problem is I don't have the raw footage of the Evil Bob Saga. That's gone. I still have the Superfan Saga raw footage, because if I didn't, it would cease to exist. I haven't released it yet, obviously. But when it comes to DVDs, I probably do a Blu-ray. But the problem is that I would need to be confident enough to release it and get my money back. But if you're asking me, if if I give you money, will you make one? We could talk about it. I'm just not sure how I'd put the Evil Bob Saga on there because I only have it on YouTube and Twitch. I actually don't even have the raw footage of that. I don't even have for example, the complete Evil Bob Saga. I might have the MOV file, but I don't think I do. So I'd have to download it from YouTube, and it would kind of look like ass in that way. But the Superfan Saga I still do have, so I could do something with the Superfan Saga. But I think I don't know about that. I don't know. Especially because now you can watch on the internet. It will always exist on the internet unless the internet ceases to exist. But of course, if that happens, we all cease to exist. So who knows? Next question we have from Mikey is, will we see Johnny Football? That is a good question, Mikey. And I'm not going to answer that question because if I wanted you to know that, I would say that. What I will say is there will be a lot of characters in the Superfan Saga that, again, were in the Evil Bob Saga, and some characters that weren't. Or that were and weren't in the Evil Bob Saga. There are some possible new characters. You'll have to see on that. But when it comes to Johnny Football, and I mean this with complete honesty and wholeheartedness, Johnny Football is the last person I want to think about. He's the last person I want to see. Whenever he shows up, everyone in the room has to evacuate because his body odor is so bad that just you can hear him coming like a mile away, and you start to cringe. Like, nobody wants to be around Johnny Football. So whether or not Johnny Football will be in it, that is to be determined. I guess I could just say watch it. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say like what character is going to appear and what character is not going to appear. What I can confirm, all right, to make up, what I can confirm is the characters that will 100% be in the Super Fan Saga, of course, will be SDS Man, Bob, and Superfan. Those are the three characters you know will be in the Super Fan Saga. There will be more characters than that, but I don't want to reveal who's in it because that will, ultimately spoil things. But I will say not every character that we ever had, because we've had a lot of clones, we've had a lot of characters. Not every character will be in the Super Fan Saga, because if we did that, it would be a lot, obviously. But there are a lot of characters in the Super Fan Saga. So whether Johnny Football is one of them, you'll have to see. He, of course, was not in the Evil Bob Saga. We actually made him after the Evil Bob Saga script was written. But Johnny Football shows up when he wants, but whether he'll be in there, I guess you have to see. And question from Mikey, possibly last question of the day, we'll see, is, will you release a copy of the script? Yeah. Yeah, if I got enough requests for it, yeah, definitely. I actually never released the Evil Bob Saga script. The thing is the script is very one-to-one, right? It's a very basic script. Like, we write pretty much just the lines and the emotion, not even the emotions, but the lines and the actions that happen. Like, for example, if Bob says to this man, fuck you, and then flips him off, in the script I'll write, fuck you, and then parentheses, Bob flips off SDS Man. So then it translates to, fuck you, right? Which, of course, is probably something Bob would actually canonically say to SDS Man after finding out he tried, all the things he did. But regardless of that, yeah, whether I release a copy of the script depends. I don't really have like a, yeah, I mean, I could. I'm obviously not going to release it until it's done, but yeah, I could even release the Evil Bob Saga script if you guys want. But the script there's nothing in the script that you'll read, I think, and be like, oh shit, like you could just kind of read along and follow it. But if that's something you guys really want, then yeah, we can definitely release that. It's right here, obviously. It's quite a bit of pages, quite a bit. But yeah, like I said, I don't even really write notes. Like, if you want me to release the actual like I could scan each paper in. I don't even write notes. Actually, what I do is I show it really quick. Is I cross things out. So like the script is actually all crossed out. But yeah, I mean, what we could do someday is this is a really good question. Is I might do someday is maybe far in the future we'll do like a charity stream or something, or we'll do like a fundraiser stream or something, and then maybe I'll give away this exact script of the Super Fan Saga. Maybe we'll do that, and I'll give like the original version. It's all crossed out, but you'll have it because I'm never going to do anything with this again. Maybe we'll do something like that. That'd be kind of cool, right? Be kind of neat. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, last questions coming in now. But overall, just in summary, I'll go over. We have one more thing to show off, of course, obviously. But in summarization of everything I talked about in the questions, yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. There's a lot to talk about, but I don't like giving too much away because I really like suspense and I like authenticity in the stuff we make. You know, it's very silly and stupid and dumb. I'm not going to be. I'll be very transparent. Superfan Saga, just like the Evil Bob Saga, it's literally almost in tone. Maybe not completely in tone, but a lot of its tone, a lot of its content is very silly, and goofy, and melodramatic at times. It really does. It really is every single way a sequel to the Evil Bob Saga. But we still, even though it is very silly and dumb, you know, like imagine if, for example, before the Evil Bob Saga came out, like in the trailer, we showed the Bubba Ducky shirt getting stolen. Like that takes away so much of that punch of that scene. So we're not going to do that. You know, we're not going to do stuff that takes away the punch of scenes. And I know, you know, you'll watch a Marvel trailer and they'll show you the whole fucking movie. It's like, well, now I know the whole movie. You know what I mean? We're not going to do that. The trailer is going to be exciting. We're going to show off footage. It's going to be entertaining, but it's not going to give you the full context of everything, but it will kind of set you up of what to expect. So a lot of your questions you asked will be answered in the trailer. Some of them, a lot of questions will be answered in behind the scenes stuff, will be answered in the future. And, but almost everything you asked will be answered by simply watching the Superfan Saga when it comes out this December. And of course the trailer in November. So I have one more segment I want to do, but first I just want to do a quick recap of everything we've talked about before we do the final thing that we are doing today. So I talked about what the Superfan Saga is, being a 5-part video series. We showed off the third and final teaser for the Superfan Saga that will be coming out on YouTube and Twitch after this, of course. And then we were talking about the production update and how we finished the Superfan Saga back in August and how you can expect it in December. We also talked about the Superfan Saga recap video, which will be coming out a week before part 1 comes out to recap you on the story, including stuff that has happened between the Evil Bob Saga and the Superfan Saga, and even stuff that has happened before the Evil Bob Saga that is relevant to the Superfan Saga. Also announced we'll be releasing the Evil Bob Saga and the Superfan Saga soundtracks on YouTube after the Superfan Saga comes out on the same day, about a week after. And we also will be doing the premieres of the Superfan Saga like we did with the Evil Bob Saga, one every single week for 5 weeks straight, and how we'll be doing a nice recap marathon. Before part 1, we do a marathon that includes the Evil Bob Saga. It includes all the videos that are related to the whole saga and get you all ready for it. And we will be doing a marathon of parts 1 through 4 before part 5. We of course announced that the Complete Superfan Saga will be coming out and will be coming out in about 2 weeks after the last part comes out, so you can expect that a couple weeks after part 5 releases. And we also talked about how the Superfan Saga trailer is coming out in November, and we want to release it in a very special way, so stay tuned for that. And we also announced that there'll be more information coming in the October 2021 podcast. In less than a week and a half, Bob and I will be revealing more Superfan stuff there, so definitely tune in for that. We'll answer some of your questions there too, believe it or not. Some of the questions that were asked today will get answered there, or will at least get closer to getting answered there. I answered a bunch of your questions, a bunch of your Q&As. So I appreciate all that, Mikey especially, all of you for asking great questions. Really appreciate that on my Discord server. The last thing I want to do today is show you something special. And that is a sneak peek of the Superfan Saga. So obviously, you've seen all 3 teasers, but you haven't seen any footage. You've seen nothing of the Superfan Saga. You're in the dark. You don't even know what it looks like. You don't even know what it's going to be like. Well, I am excited to say that ends today. You'll see the trailer, and we'll have a lot more footage in that trailer than we do today. It's not a long sneak peek. It's a very short sneak peek. But we have more stuff in the trailer coming next month. But I wanted to end things off before we, do a little bit of a bye-bye, see you soon kind of thing to show you the first footage of the Superfan Saga. This is not getting released on my YouTube and Twitch separately, only during this. So you have to watch this to see it. So are we ready for the first sneak peek? And the only sneak peek, I'll say that. We have the trailer coming up. But the first and only sneak peek of the Superfan Saga. Here you go.
Every day, I wonder. I still think about what happened all those years ago. I watched myself die. That messed me up. But I still wonder, who cloned SDS Man in me? Who's behind this all? And why? What does this creator want with us? SDS Man doesn't know. Evil Bob didn't know. What about OG SDS Man? We could always reach out for him and wait. The laptop! I have to find out who is behind this. I need to know before something else happens.
So what you just watched there was the first, like 2 minutes? Like 2 minutes-ish? Or about a minute. The first minute and a half of the Super Fan Saga. That's how it's going to open up. So you've seen the first minute and a half. There you go. Take what you can get. But no, of course, that even that will probably get re-edited. That's not the final version of it. You know, even watching it back now, there's some audio stuff and visual stuff I probably would have fixed. But yeah, so we just want to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. We're still working on editing it and cleaning everything up and making it look as good as possible. But there you go. It's the first minute and a half of the Super Fan Saga. Your little sneak peek. So enjoy that. Enjoy the little crumb. And of course, you'll get to see even more in the trailer. And you'll get to see even more coming forward. And of course, you'll get to see all of it when Super Fan Saga comes out this December. That ends it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Super Fan Saga Direct. I want to thank all of you for watching. As you can see, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, we showed off the brand new teaser. We talked about the production updates. We talked about the recap video coming out, the Evil Bob Saga and Super Fan Saga soundtracks, the premieres for parts 1 through 4 and 5. We talked about the complete Super Fan Saga. We talked about when you're going to expect to see the trailer. We talked about how you're going to get more information soon. I answered a bunch of your questions, and we showed off the first sneak peek of the Super Fan Saga. You can kind of see why I wanted to do this, because revealing all this information in little bite-sized pieces was something that we just didn't want to do. We want to give you all of it at once, a dump load of information. And now you know when it's coming. It's coming this December, and you know that we have October. In November, you'll get to see the trailer, and in December, you'll get to watch all of the Super Fan Saga. I am beyond excited. I want to thank all of you for watching and hanging out. Oh, I've been holding that burp in for the whole hour. I've been holding that burp in for the entire hour. But I really want to thank you guys so much for watching. I had a blast doing this. And I cannot wait for you guys to see the Super Fan Saga and see what you guys think. Truly, I think you guys are going to love it. I really do. I just have a feeling that you guys are, because I love it. I'm very proud of it, and I can't wait for it to come out in its full entirety this December. But there you go. Go watch teaser number 3, 1 through 3, out on YouTube and Twitch. Check this out on YouTube, and if you're watching this live, check this out on YouTube after. If you're watching this on YouTube, go to my Twitch channel, check all that stuff out, and get ready for the Super Fan Saga coming very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice night, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.